Qualifiers, the grand finals, and what could be the final game of the series. It is LGD versus LGD.Forever Young. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Ryu. We are going to take you through all the sights, sounds, emotions, feelings, deep thoughts, and quiet contemplations about this series. My man, how you doing? All right. That's what's up. I agree wholeheartedly.
You're supposed to sell it harder.
Yeah. I don't know how to sell that anymore than I was already doing.
Yeah, you could have kept going. You should have kept, I guess I shouldn't have talked. And I should have went like...
Yeah, exactly. If you responded like that, then I would have kept going and been like, great point, absolutely. But yeah.
Interesting. LGD are kind of onto my game plan. LGD was like, yeah, we can't give them Warlock. We know they're going to want to pick Warlock now, so we have to ban it ourselves. I see what you did there. I see. Oh, Ricky's in. Sand King! Aha! Aha! Lose to Sand King, twice pick Sand King. That's hilarious.
I don't know if it's going to be like the be-all end-all answer, though, because, like,
true. You
got to imagine LGD have an idea for how to deal with the hero if they pick it all the time, but still not wanting to give away the tree or the clockwork, so
10 seconds
that's a thing.
Let's see how they want to approach this. Maybe see a Monkey King or Magnus Jug. They'll probably go for one of these, well, at least one of those 4 heroes.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I will retire from casting.
Don't do that. They've been known to be crazy, and we don't want that to happen.
No, I was just gonna lie like CCNC.
Okay. God damn. Going in. Going in.
LGD
going in hard. It's okay. All the people that are watching now are probably like Chinese Dota fans.
That's true.
Ain't nobody be watching this if they're NA fans. Kappa.
No, it's true. I don't think so. Maybe
probably
they
don't
would.
have the. They might.
Yeah.
Right. Slada's a really good hero. It might be good to pair up with Darkseer eventually later on, or Lifestealer. LG.Forever Young. What do they want to get? Do they want to get a Terrorblade now? Do they want to pick an Omni Knight? Maybe an Abaddon. I'm feeling these 3 heroes right now. Just feeling it.
5 seconds remaining.
It seems like it has been basically the heroes of the patch, and if you're not going to take one, there's a chance it might get banned out. But I don't know, maybe not. Like last time it was the Terrorblade that they decided to get banned out on, and some of those others. I don't know. There's a good chance that we could end up seeing, like, maybe a...
It's just so many heroes. Yeah. That's why you just have to take a gander.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like you're trying to figure out what is it that Slardar and CM tells you. Like, why not Magnus? Why not this other hero? They're going to take the Terrorblade.
I'll just pat myself on the back right now.
Go for it.
I'm just kidding. It's a really good hero. It preemptively makes sure that the enemy team doesn't really want to pick Lifestealer at times as well, because Terrorblade has this high armor and all this agility, so he benefits when playing against the Lifestealer plus Slardar combination. Most of the time, he's going to be able to turn around with Asunder. He's going to be able to live because the Amplify armor is not going to be enough. So, problem now is you kind of want to ban out like Alina. Alina's are pretty strong. Sniper's pretty strong against Terrorblade too, but they have a Sand King, so that's a lot of catch. And then I think the only team that really runs Sniper is like VP, but it's always a hero to think about. Busted out against that Terrorblade. What else? Storm isn't too bad against Terrorblade, but
oh yeah, there have been. I mean, there's also like I don't know if Invoker is too dead of a hero at this point, but maybe is really proficient on it. Yeah, Invoker's decent against Terrorblade too. Loses the mid pretty hard at times. Quap, we've been seeing a lot more of because of that. I don't like Quap against Sand King though. It just feels like you have this one initiator that can stun from very far away, and then you just can get blown up too easily in these team fights. But they can definitely make it work. If you can make Storm Spirit work last game, then you can definitely make Queen of Pagan work this game. I think that the Terrorblade is a really good pick too, because like normally the answer would be a Legion Commander, right? But do you really want to run Legion Commander and Slardar in the same draft? Maybe it fits the dual initiating setup that LGD tend to like to go for, but maybe you can also punish it in lane a little bit because like Slardar is going to have to basically just run around a lot. but they're gonna go for the Magnus, and this makes more sense as like,
team pick.
do you lane these two together, Slardar and Magnus?
You potentially can. You could also pick up the Lina for yourself in the mid lane eventually. I don't think they might not want to go Lina because then the enemy team can just pick TA. This is a really good TA game right now against the CM Slardar Magnus. So
5 seconds remaining.
and then picking Lina might hurt LGD in the long run. TA Terrorblade can be very greedy, but
Reserve
they can
time.
definitely make it work in their lineup. LGD, they kind of want to pick up a support hero here now. That's not too weak. That was a good Shadow Priest ban. That would have been great synergy to have. So you can always have the swaps potentially. You would have been forced to pick up an axe from LGD if they wanted to get anything done. I feel. And then this way they can pick up now though for LGD a Witch Doctor maybe. What else is there to really help out? Oracle's a dead hero. Always really did love Oracle though with Terrorblade.
Oh yeah.
But there's no Darkseer on the enemy team, so there's like no reason to pick up an Oracle.
LGD's turn to
Yep, Magnus Jug. Talked
Jeez.
about that earlier. They're gonna give it away again. And then now they have this last pick mid that can counter Terrorblade too.
Either a Storm or a Lina. Either one is great.
Yeah, Storm, Lina, Tinker was banned. Sniper is really good against Terrorblade too. It's not really good against
Oh, that's
Disruptor, Sand
pick.
King.
LGD's turn to
That's a
bat.
lot.
There's... I wonder how DP does against Terrorblade. I don't think... I think it's okay. He gets off the Sunder, I feel, easily, but if you have that Solar Crest that
10
normally DPs
seconds
build,
remaining.
maybe all the right clicks get mitigated. I'm thinking, speaking of DP, it's been banned.
Their team ban.
That's again in their wheelhouse. They've run that a bunch of times, and obviously LGD would know this being teamed with them, but you have like the double push strat, and with the Omni Knight, I feel like LGD.Forever Young might think about going back for an OD maybe.
10 seconds remaining.
OD isn't too bad here. They might not want to pick OD so they can have a way to fight early, or they might just take it to the real late game.
Reserve
Like you're saying, having OD and Terrorblade, you're basically just splitting up the map.
Oh.
Okay, TA ban. The signals a Lina, yeah, that's pretty obvious. And then you
LGD's
have
turn to pick.
now how do you rebuttal this?
Maybe just take Storm again. He played a great one last time.
Yeah, it's either Storm or Puck. One of those two should be the hero of choice.
10
Thing is-
seconds remaining.
Puck is like all in to on this
5
this
seconds
jug.
remaining of-
And then
Oh.
yeah, actually this is a better. Lina, I feel Lina destroys Queen of Pain a little bit harder than a Storm because of the attack range. Lina has 650, Queen of Pain has 550. Has better attack animation once you have those fiery souls stacked up. It can be punished easily by the disruptor. You just try and blink away, but then you get glimpsed. They don't necessarily have the best catch for Queen of Pain besides the disruptor and maybe a Sand King blink, which might take a long time this game to build up, depending on how far behind LGD.Forever or Forever Young get behind in this early game. Lina Yules can be a very good component against the Queen of Pain. So there's a lot of ways to deal with QoP this game.
10
And
seconds
right
remaining.
now, I would definitely want to be LFY's lineup, but at the same time, we just see what LGD can do with their Magnus and Juggernaut. It's super scary.
The plus side too is that for LGD.Forever Young, you have like a hero in the Slardar that's not going to get as good of initiations off as the Sand King is. Like that secondary one, it's going to be harder for them to accelerate him into a Blink Dagger. So you have a little bit more leeway, I feel like, and not as many early ways to punish the Terrorblade, barring a great maybe rotation. So maybe he had to be on an active hero. This one fits the bill. Storm Spirit's not going to be able to punish that Terrorblade early enough. So I like the pick. But again, maybe he's going to need to go off, and he's going to need to have a really good game. He was able to do it last time around. We'll see if they can do it again now.
Yeah, Queen of Pain can definitely take it to the Lina before like level 3. So I'll be interested to see how much pressure you can put on the Lina before then. Also, if Slardar can find a way to get to that mid lane when a Shadow Strike comes down, if he gets a good rune like an Invis on Slardar, might just see First Blood in the mid lane. So so they're able to chase him down.
Prepare for
All right, let's do this. Who's gonna win this one, Lyrical?
I think LGD have it. I honestly think that it's just going to be, again, what we've seen, like early movement, finding kills. Last game was the Sand King. This time around, it's going to be the Queen of Pain. Magnus, he is not going to actually break the smoke here. So this does mean he's going to be able to get the full pull off. I really like this decision to head way up top. That's pretty cool.
Last time he went south and then the smoke got broken. This time he went this way. And then Terrorblade kind of went this way as well, trying to maybe break the smoke too.
Yeah.
Like normally the Terrorblade, you can see my drawing. Last time Terrorblade kind of went like this.
Yeah.
And this time he went like this. So it's very interesting. Maybe he knows. I think they scrim each other a lot, like you said, and they know Magnus loves to do this.
Right. Well, they aren't going to find him, at least for now. We'll see if there's any Vax stuff going on, but bottom lane, Omni Knight moving in to try and contest this. He did place down one of those observer wards onto this spot where there's going to be some block off of the camp happening, and now Magnus actually going to walk out. This does reveal his positioning, so wanting to go in to see if he can steal himself a rune, and does look indeed like it's going to happen. And
he got him on the cliff.
To the high ground. No, Motail. Not what they wanted to have happen. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. And on top of that, he's going to be able to have a salve as well. He is going to pop this.
They should bring up the CM here or somebody, or Slardar. I don't know. They should definitely make sure that he stays on this high ground.
I mean, if Disruptor isn't careful, he might get pushed up there as well. He has Cure pretty soon off cooldown and looking for the angle, wants to make it happen. He thought about it. He's just getting in their heads. Damn, what a way to start the game. It is not going to end up mattering as they do bring out a TP for the Terrorblade, but still, nice little thing there.
They should have just kept him there. Honestly, I don't know. They should have rotated either another hero. They should have done something else from LGD just to make sure he stayed on that cliff. There was a lot of ways they could have done that. Well, that's just a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Could have had an even greater start. Like, they could have completely crippled LFY. Meanwhile, whose creep wave is this?
Is the Sand King's creep wave from bottom.
This bottom?
Yeah. The new type of pulls. You pull all the way to the mid lane. Slardar is going to be able to soak up something here, but yeah, this actually hurts maybe a lot. This creep wave is going to be all the way under tower, and now he's going to be a little bit further behind the Lina. As well, he's still trying to pressure this. Can they actually do anything here? It's a very awkward situation.
Lina's lost two creeps too. 3 creeps actually. 4?
Okay.
No, 3 only. So Lina, meanwhile, even though that skip did go on, she wasn't able to contest those that were being hit by the tower. So maybe a double-edged sword here. Meanwhile, the runes are going to be spawning. Let's see who's lucky. Haste rune bottom.
Nope, that's Haste rune top.
I got it almost. He's going to get it. Oh,
nice,
yeah.
nice. Yeah, quick and easy pickup there. Maybe definitely needing that one since Lina is almost level 4. And that's going to be a really tough thing. It's not so much about these like early levels, right? It's the level 6 when that comes online is really going to be a problem.
Right. There's a lot of solo kill potential from both players in this mid lane. It's going to be interesting to see how this works for both of them. Lina does not have any mana right now. He needs to play a little bit careful. I feel like this is going to be a kill for maybe maybe not now. He's playing too far back.
Uh-oh, might be a kill down bottom as Afu is going to be rooted. Now getting right-clicked. Is he going to get body blocked to death? In trouble, is going to get crushed. And first blood drawn by the Slardar, helping him out a lot.
Another kill going the way of... or another early game kill and rotation coming out from LGD. They always seem to be getting on the board first, and they seem to be killing Afu too. Slardar now has boots. He's going to have his Tranquils very soon too. This is not looking good. When you have the Slardar being able to get his levels up here, as well as getting the fast Tranquils, that's going to help out when they want to rotate and make a play on Lina. They're going to have the smoke as well on CM here, as well as boots. So they have a lot of kill potential on the Lina in the mid lane.
I gotta be so careful. And she is still, you know, having herself a really good time here. 17-4 versus the 16-3, so relatively even. But Queen of Pain taking some good bit of damage. Does have raindrops to help mitigate it a little bit. Maybe they make something happen over here to the side. Omni Knight getting ran down, and unfortunately, no points in repel means another kill going the way of LGD.
Juggernaut.
And my room says Slardar.
Wow. Oh, Lena's going to be walking right into this in no man's land. Can they actually find this kill, though? They're thinking about it. There's the jump forward, Shadow Strike to the low ground. They have the crush as well. The Light Strike Array is not going to connect. They already used the blink, though, for maybe, so they're not going to be able to get any further punishment, but still a lot of damage on this Lena and going to be forced all the way home.
Yeah, really good play coming in from maybe. That was a good blink just to go there and Shadow Strike. If he commits going on low ground, I think he dies to Lena. So great understanding that he was in a bad position, not having enough HP to really contest that kill.
And look at this bro play here. The Slardar drops a tree for maybe and then hands him a tango, so that way he gets some extra regen as well, so he doesn't have to go all the way back to base.
Yep. Also, maybe didn't buy another salve. He's had to buy a lot of consumables. If you think about it, in the mid lane, I think he's bought like 2 salves and then also getting the raindrops early on. Because you have to against Selena, else you're gonna die. So he's playing this as well as you can as a Queen of Pain. I feel against this Lena.
And down bottom.
Yep.
They got him. Omni Knight going to drop yet again here. No way out of this one. Ame finds another kill. He has gotten Juggernaut each of the games in this best of 5 and has just been putting on a clinic.
Yeah, when you think I can't talk anymore. We're losing our voice. Yell.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'm back. I'm dying here. Dying. I don't know why. I was I'm sad now.
Oh, it's okay. These things happen.
But it's when you think about a Juggernaut, you think about an Ursa, right? You're able to put out mid lane. They already used the Dragon Slave.
Uh-oh. Light Strike Ray dodge. They force it out, so more mana used. God. It's painful.
Surprised they're pushing this. Surprised Queen of Pain's pushing this mid lane. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. He's going to deny the range creep. Both levels 5.5s here for mid. About to both to get their level 6s. We'll see what happens. Who gets strikes first on the board. Yeah. Probably will come down to either the rotation from CM Slardar or the rotation from Sanking or a good rune.
Well, yeah, it's really tough. I feel like, though, you up here, maybe you find a kill on the Terrorblade. He's currently top of the CS charts and has basically had a free lane to himself. And even though Ame's found these kills, he hasn't been uncontested as another movement in, and well, they're going to instead turn their sights on to Afu a little bit. They have the Slardar Crush there as well. It's going to connect. They brought in Terrorblade for this one, and just going to TP away. They don't find him. Oh, wow. 4 heroes brought down. They don't find the kill, and the Queen of Pain is here to come and contest with Sonic Wave Up.
This is going to be interesting. Magnus has RP. Yeah, Magnus will have RP for this.
He's saving that skill point. He's going to TP in now. Does have it used if he wants to. They're getting into position, looking for that initiation. There's going to be a shockwave already used. They're still looking for that opening. Maybe could chase this. God, they're in such a good position to fight if they wanted to, but it doesn't look like they're going to fully commit for it. Magnus just going to be backed out. But still, another great movement. LGD just looking so strong.
That's how you combat a 5v5 situation. You gotta bring 5 heroes just bearing down a tower, is what I meant to say, and then this is looking really strong for them. Able to waste the Metamorphosis. He wasn't really able to get anything done with it. Terrorblade only level 6, whereas the Magnus, he's almost level 8 here. It's offlane. Oh, set up on Queen of Pain. Doesn't have enough damage.
Not gonna be able to get her. And bottom lane is where the pressure is coming anyways, and can Omni Knight and Disruptor really stop this? They're doing a lot of damage to the tower at the very least. They don't even have to like fully commit for it. Gets the deny as well. That's spiteful. Glimpse back, Battle Fury or Blade Fury away, and fine and dandy.
That's still a good play from Disruptor. You can look at the Juggernaut mana pool, and then he's just like, he doesn't have enough to cast all these spells. So wasting mana is always good.
I mean, the CM is level 3, though. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Trying to bait out a Repel, they're not going to do it. It's just 1 point up in that Frostbite, and is going to be able to walk away after the fact.
So, going into this early mid game here now, let's start talking about how they can really counter LGD's lineup. Oh, meanwhile, co-op.
That's not how you counter it.
I was gonna say Omni Knight ulti is really strong against Omni Slash, but not when you're only level 5 and you don't have it up. As well as a nice rotation, gonna secure this bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the mid though, Lina can definitely do a number on this tower, as well as the Terrorblade is now coming in, so they need to start bringing a lot of bodies over here.
They're going to do it. They do have Metamorphosis, which is now popped, but Magnus actually taking a lot of damage. She needs to be careful there. Skewers back.
That could have been a free Laguna kill.
Yeah. Realizing it now, but we mentioned this, the Shockwave, constantly able to spam that out, is still threatening this position here. They can move in for the deny if they want to, and might end up doing just that, backing on out again. Lina not going to get it. Needs to be careful here. He might end up getting ran down. There's going to be another Dragon Slave used. He does have another Skewer in a second and could go for this if he wanted to. Be a pretty big plays. Oh, Queen of Pain not quite there in time.
So good rotation. Better to take the mid lane than the bottom here. They couldn't really contest mid anymore because they use Jug ulti as well as Queen of Pains. Good understanding from LFY to take out the free tower there. Meanwhile, there's been a lot of space for the top lane for Slaughter and Sand King. They've both been just sitting up here, content with farming. Nobody really wants to kill either one.
Thinking about it now with the Magnus coming in as well, though. Sand King in some trouble. There's going to be the Skewer. RP thinking about it at the very least. They are going to drop it. Find the kill before he's able to get that Blink Dagger. It hurts every little bit of it. And now that's going to be Magnus's only 200 gold away from being completed.
Yeah, I kind of jinxed that there.
A little bit. It happens. I mean, you were right, though. Like, they didn't want to run at each other unless there was another person there to help out. And actually, Disruptor doesn't have level 6 either, so there's going to be the crush, but that just means CM is in position. Now the Magnets there, the Queen of Pain as well, and they find the kill. LGD is just running over them.
Oh, bottom lane, about to have a solo kill on the Juggernaut here.
He pops the healing ward. Didn't have enough mana afterwards for the Omni Slash. Oh, that could have been the moment. That would have been great, but it didn't end up happening.
He tried to go for these extra jukes, but it didn't work out at the end.
No. Well,
at least they got the tower top, but they lost the tower bottom, so it's basically the same trade. The bigger thing is Slardar going to have his Blink Dagger before the Sand King, unless they get this kill on Slardar, which it seems like they will.
He's in a very precarious spot. And, well, there's going to be the Burrow Strike, Light Strike Array. Bam! No fuss, no muss. Takes down with the Luna Blade.
Also gets a double damage rune. Seems unfair.
Disruptor, is he going to show? I think that he is dead. Pretty sure he's going to be dead here. They see him? They don't see him. I think they spotted him for 1 second moving into that lane. Look at his vision. As soon as he pops out, they're just going to jump on him, I'm sure. All right, Quap says he's had enough. Disruptor lives to fight another day.
Who turned up the heat?
Both teams just farming in the enemy's jungle. Obviously, Terrorblade is going to get the better end of this deal. They've already cleared out most of the jungle, and he's farmed... Surprisingly enough, the Terrorblade... Oh, well, that was a...
Big kill
a
on
good
Ame.
scout out. Yep. Good scout out. Good epicenter.
Might be in trouble, too. The only option here, really, is to try and wait out the Thunder Strike, and there's the glimpse, but then the quick play. Good play by Maybe. Obviously, if you save the Blink and Burrow Strike onto 2, this actually could be really bad. They find the Light Strike Array, getting that extra little bit of damage out. They find the kill onto CM as well, and if they did not get that cast range talent, I don't think they kill Quap there.
Oh my goodness, they're going to lose Slardar here, too.
This is huge.
And lose Roche. It's all falling apart.
3 dead. Ame, it all started with the kill onto him, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to fully commit to come and take this fight. So Terrorblade is going to be able to take down Roshan with a little bit of help from Lina and everybody else. Although, Mag in the area, they could have thought about it. There's TPs coming in. It looks like they want to come and contest it. Roche isn't falling quick enough. They're all moving into the area. Maybe is going to be there. Thinks about blinking in. They thought about it. Roche is now down, though, and they have to back. Oh, it would have been big, but they can't go for it.
Well, Sand King was looking like nothing. Now he's something. He's gotten his Blink Dagger. It's been a part of a lot of action in the last 3 minutes. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain has this Veil. Seems very frail. And I'm not sure if this Queen of Pain is going to be too hot this game. It's just falling a little bit too far behind. She kind of needs to snowball out of control. That's what this hero needs at times. And she's only 1-1-1.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of it is also just the really good vision that's been placed out by the Dire. They've been able to scout out these heroes, gain a couple of lucky invis runes as well, I would say, that have facilitated the kills that have gone their way. And, you know, there is still going to be the Blink Dagger that's almost done on the Slardar, and having that as well as the Mag Blink Dagger, it does create a lot of problems for, sorry, not EHOME. That was the series before this one, for LFY.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how they stop this Sand King, though. This is a free Sand King game most of the time, right? He can do pretty much whatever he wants. He can blink in stun. He can have a really good epicenter. So we'll have to see how that goes. We already talked about how Omni Knight kind of counters this Juggernaut in the later stages of the game, where you can just Guardian Angel, make Omni Slash useless. You're going to need a Diffusal to really purge it off. It's funny how this Magnus has literally been hunting the smoked up team of LGD.
Crush needs to run away now. Oh, there's the Lina, though. There's the glimpse back, and Slardar, 150 gold away, is going to be denied yet again. And Ame not going to be able to push the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. There are some TPs there, so maybe can push this one a little bit further and deal some more chip damage onto the tier 2, but nonetheless, it's just a little bit slower timing. As we talked about in the draft could happen is you don't have quite as fast of the fighting potential, and if maybe isn't able to get a ton done early, it's a hard game.
It just takes too many resources to kill the Omni Knight as well. Like they shut him down early on, but you can see the power of an Omni Knight. He can just run into the lanes, can always be there to help back him up. And we still haven't even seen the power of Repel coming into these team fights. We haven't seen the power of the ulti. He also has the mech done. So Omni Knight is looking in a good position to support his team from the back lines and kind of carry this one. Bloodstone now complete on Lilina. They look like they're going to be eyeballing this top tower. Are they going to be able to defend this is the question. LGD, I don't think they really can do it. Yep, they're going to draw the line. Need to go bottom.
No.
Question is, are they going to let the tier 2 fall as well?
It feels like that might be a bit of a mistake, but you also spot here Afu with the blink, with the epi, ready to jump. That's going to be maybe gotten there, but can they find the kill? Yes, with the light strike array range. It's too easy to take down that Quap.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, this game has progressed to a point where Queen of Pain can just not really do what she needs to. The plus side is, again, it's a trade-off. You're dealing a lot of damage to the tier 2 tower here in the bottom lane, and, you know, Ame should be able to have a good time for himself. Epicenter is also down. So maybe they get a trade-off for it. Quap's still back up in 20 seconds, means they'll be able to defend high ground if that comes out, but very interesting game so far.
They have RP, Omni Slash for bottom lane.
Oh.
They want to. They also just pick up Greaves.
Alright, they're not going to take it. They just are content with the rotation back.
They thought about RPing him. They had the blink on Slardar. They might have been able to kill him, but then they might have all been mid lane,
Quap.
CM.
Yep, they're there. Quap is here, though, if she wanted to try and stalk this out, and this might be a big kill for them. Afu, he's going to get jumped upon. You do have Magnus there as well. That's going to be the jump forward. They do find this kill onto the Sand King. So stemming the bleed finally. It's taken them a while to catch back up and start finding their groove in this game.
Really surprised they didn't try to go for that Lina kill there with Magnus. Maybe not knowing where the rest of the team is. couldn't really go for a big play. Midas online. Magnus almost has the plus 90 gold talent. That'll help him out get up to this Shadow Blade. They have... Oh, they're going to have Glimpse now.
Oh, yeah, and they got him pulled back in. Still has the RP available, but the Stack Storm is already there. No saves. Laguna Blade out, and now in trouble. CM, going to be the next one ran in. Can they actually stop this pressure that's coming out? The Aegis did just expire. So maybe an opportunity here for a turnaround. With maybe still alive, although not there. Feels like LGD.Forever Young kind of just play with impunity as they have caught and killed off that CM yet again.
Another 2 Bloodstone charges going to Lina. Pressure in the mid. Metamorphosis up.
They're going to keep this pressure up top. They don't know if this Queen of Pain is coming back yet. She is going to instead just try and farm for a little while, it looks like. Actually, she doesn't have a TP. Queen of Pain? What? She's not there. She doesn't have a TP, and they're sieging high ground now. Maybe a little bit too far forward, and now they find the glimpse onto Ame. He's in a lot of trouble. They get out the catch, and oh, wow. I do get the courier snipe, but still no TP there for the Quap. Need to be careful not to get glimpsed in this moment. Huh.
So, a lot of chip damage onto the tier 4, as Grant would say, on healable damage. We got about 400.
Yep.
They got the tier 2, that's what they came for, and then a little bit more damage, and then forcing back all of LGD. So, LGD, they need to find a way to get into these team fights. This was kind of all set up because the Magnus was playing super greedy, very cocky in the front lines, could have blinked away at any moment. Meanwhile, mid, they can RP just the Terrorblade, but they need to make sure that the Omni Knight doesn't get a heal off.
There's the crush, Burrow Strike onto 1, still have the RP available, but they're very well spread out, and it is going to be that Slardar brought down. CM ulti trying to keep them away. RP connects onto 3, but where's the follow-up? They don't have anything at all. They've already used the Omni Knight ultimate. Now the Static Storm comes down on top of the Magnus as well. Ame, can he get his way out of there? The CM is already gone. 3 are dead, maybe with no way out. It's going to be glimpsed back in and brought back down. Now Ame trying to kill off Afu, but he does have a Burrow Strike back up in a second, is still going to be brought down. Can they get into range? Can they find Ame? It doesn't look like it. He actually turns to fight. Omni Slash gonna be able to bring down the Lina. Gets up the Bloodstone, but there's gonna be the Manta away from that Thunder Strike. She's back in an instant though. So you've used your Omni Slash. It does find that kill. Not the end of the world. Ame spins into the
Get glimpsed back.
And they have the crush available. There's the jump in. They've been able to find one, at least for the moment. And still have that glimpse available. But somehow, some way, LGD keep them off the tower.
All in all, not too bad for LGD if you think about it. They lost this huge team fight, but then they weren't able to go high ground after missing an RP like that. And they only got 1 on with the RP. They didn't get the Omni Knight. They only got the Skewer onto him afterwards. So he was able to get off the ulti as they were getting Skewer back, and they just don't have enough damage. It's too hard for them to really set up for the team fights. They really need to have the BKBs or just better initiation, but it's hard when you have this Sand King who can always counter initiate. Meanwhile, bottom.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe caught again. I mean, how many times have they been Lugo? But building towards that Lincoln Sphere, it's a good decision, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They will be able to at least force those rotations over, and now, well, they're trying to deal with this Terrorblade. I don't know if they're going to actually be able to bring him down. The Crush came out as well, caught now in that static, or kinetic field, rather. They have been able to burn down the Slardar. CM ulti going to be taken away as well. Magnus somehow able to get his blink off. But Afu chasing, stun onto 1. Body blocks are there as well. He's taking and trying to do the blink dagger trick. The unfortunate thing is that it was still on cooldown from his usage of it. Can he actually get out of there? He's not quite going to be able to make it work. And a triple kill for Lina. This game is getting out of hand, 9-20.
This kind of comes back to not picking Lina for themselves. It feels like they could have had a Lina, but instead they got a Quap, and they didn't even need to basically save for this last pick, and all of a sudden they losing all their momentum, had to buy back on the Magnus. Thing is, Magnus still does have the RP. They have to give respect to it, so they're just going to back out. One huge misplay here, and then LFY, they're going to be looking on the back foot. They're going to have Roche then for LGD, so don't be too overzealous. Don't be too greedy here. Play it safe. Wait. They're waiting patiently on this high ground. If any of them come out, they're thinking that they might be Roshing, so they have to come.
Oh, Magnus is there. He's been found. They don't get a good burrow strike, though, and now the Static Storm is going to be able to connect, but they get the RP onto 2. Now Magnus backs out, but there's no other way to do this. They are still having vision onto him. Omni Slash being pulled over to the side. They get the Sunder turnaround, not able to burn him out. Unfortunate there for LGD, and maybe doing his best as the CM ulti comes out as well. It's pretty good. It's not good enough. Maybe still doing a ton of work. Takes down. No, he doesn't get down off with the repel. It's there in time. Afu blinks away. They can't kill off this Sand King. Oh,
that repel, man.
No.
That repel. It's still not even good to go for the Sand King kill, but they just trying to do anything in this game to get kills, and it's just not working out. That repel is just pretty much how this whole game's been going.
God, and you look at this and the way that it had looked for so long, like I feel as if LFY, they understand their power curve perfectly. The combination of like Sand King and Lina has won them this game in a lot of ways, I think.
Yeah, you just see the usefulness of a Lina compared to a Queen of Pain, and most of the time, as well as the Omni Knight. I think this Omni Knight is a bigger problem.
Okay.
It just allows them to play safe. Oh, nice.
Didn't want to show that they don't have it. Of course, there is a ward up here that scouted this, so they'll know that there's no epicenter for the next engagement.
They should also know that there's a ward up there. They did place the sentry, but just out of vision of where the ward is.
Yeah. Okay, well, another assault towards high ground. This is Aegis here, but they are going to have RP back up in 12 seconds. It's not going to be enough time to save their barracks, but they can maybe try and find somebody on the back, or possibly even... Oh my God, no. Magnus went for the wraparound. All right, that could be it. That just might be game. 50 seconds, no mag. You have to go for a big play there, but getting caught out obviously hurts a lot. They jump forward, crush. Sand King taking some damage, but the burrow strike is going to be there as well. Static Storm down, maybe. There's no more life for you. You buy back into the game. No chance now at getting a decently timed Lincoln Sphere, if there even was a chance at that in the earlier phase. Ame going to walk forward. He is just eviscerated. LFY destroy LGD, and GG is called.
I don't think you can... When you give away this Omni Knight, there's different ways to play around it. And when you give away this Terrorblade, I feel like your mid lane needs to be that hero that can counter it completely, right? So they banned out the Tinker, and then what's really left is the Lina, and I think Sniper is a really good hero against the Terrorblade because you can outrange him pretty easily. So I don't understand the reasoning for saving the last pick like that. They just got completely countered towards the end. They banned out the TA so that they had this Lina matchup 1v1 that was really nice. Omni Knight got shut down heavily in the early game, but they had two ways of initiation on LFY. That's how LGD have been winning so many games. They had two forms of initiation. This game, it was Sand King, and then it was kind of like Glimpse. Glimpse was this other form of initiation that they always had. Sand King went in, he burrow strike, and then all they really had to do is glimpse back somebody or just set up for that kinetic field, and that was kind of how they got all these kills around the map. And then Omni Knight, if you're not able to get on the Omni Knight this game, which they weren't, he's just going to have all these heals, and it was just too overwhelming for them. So Queen of Pain just not working out at all here. Maybe they just should have picked a different hero. I'm not too sure what else there could have been to really help them out this game. Sniper is not very good against the Disruptor as well as the Sand King, those two, and Omni Knight as well kind of counters the hero. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to see if they can come back next game. Definitely need to think about the 1-2 opener.